Hello pile number one and welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We're going to be taking a look at details of your soulmate. Now I'm going to do this in a two-part, so down in the description you will see that there will be a collective message where we're going to take a look at the type of relationship you have with love, and then I'm going to break the reading down for the masculine viewers and also the feminine viewers. We'll take a look at the details of who it is that you might be attracting in and what signs you can expect to see when you've met your soulmate. So just 2 moments, please. Sorry about that, pile number one. I had to close my door. For some reason it swung open. So what that is telling me is that perhaps right now you guys are going through situations of releasing old relationships. You guys could be closing a chapter on your past love life, releasing emotional blockages from previous connections and beliefs that were explored in your previous connections of what love probably meant to you, pile number one. I would also say that right now you guys could be becoming a clear vessel. So you guys are releasing what you thought you know, what you thought you wanted from love, attachments to past people, and even attachments to versions of yourself, of what you learned about yourself while you were in past time relationships. Does that make sense? Like versions of yourself you tapped into. You discovered probably a lot more information about who it was that you really were on a deeper level when it came to intimate settings. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. What is the current relationship that my viewer shares with the concept of love altogether? We have all tied up in reverse, so that explains a lot to what I was picking up on the energy before we open the reading, that you guys are releasing yourself from past time attachments, which is actually improving the relationship you share with the concept of love itself, and probably also improving your own health and well-being, because the way that you are treating yourself is evolving as a result of you freeing yourself from definitions, labels, attachments, or versions of yourself that you might have discovered. For example, like perhaps you were in a past time connection that encouraged you to step outside of your true character a lot of the time, so you learned about your toxicity or what is unhealthy, and you guys left the relationship to work on that. For others of you, this is more like you learned how you overgive, you learned how sensitive you are, you learned how loving you are, how accepting you are, you learned all the positive values that you can bring to the table when it comes to a loving romantic exchange and connection. I would say that you guys have probably also been learning what it is that you do want from love, like what is a healthy love for you, and what sort of love is healthy that you have that you can give to other people. With 23 being here, which reduces down to 5, and then number 71, which reduces down to 8. 8 is all about renewal, death and transformation, recognition. It's all about personal authority, and kind of bringing a balance between the internal and the external realm. It's also a number that promotes a lot of luck. So this is saying, because of what you've been through and what you've been releasing and working through when it comes to your perspective of a loving relationship, you are going to attract in a much better relationship in time to come. We have patience, yeah, with number 2 being here. This is saying that once you have got a clear perspective of what's healthy love and what's unhealthy love from objective reflection on your past experiences with love, you guys are reforming and attracting a much more complementary energy to you. See, the thing is, we attract in the sorts of relationships we are ready for that reflects the relationship we share with self. So usually what happens is when we enter into a loving partnership or an intimate romantic partnership, we tend to get closer to them more than anyone else in the world. And what happens is we start to see ourselves in them, and they see themselves in us, which is why we end up loving parts of them that we choose to, or why we end up resonating with parts of them because we find ourselves in them, and that's what is happening. I feel here you've attracted a lot of connections in the past that weren't in the same direction of where it was that you're wanting to go in life and in personal evolution. And a lot of the connections outside of you that you've experienced in love probably pushed you outside of your own inner nature. So this, you could have known yourself really well, like your core self, your values, your morals and things, and you probably were quite interested to the perspective of other people's experiences. So you were probably open to a lot of people who differed a lot from your authenticity. For example, like you could have dated people with complete different backgrounds to you, have complete different experiences. You could have also dated people who had done a lot of work. Like they could have had heavier histories and stuff. They could have been quite stressful as well. Like you could have been attracted to a lot of people who needed help, who needed self-realization, who needed guidance toward building sustainability in their own lives, you know. And you were someone who is able to recognize how to problem solve or reduce stress. So I would probably say that you were subconsciously in your past being driven to serve others. And this was motivated through you not servicing yourself, being disconnected from your true needs and not servicing yourself as well as what you could have. And that's why you were attracting in a lot of people who had a lot of internal conflicts that you then felt like you could tend to, because that made you feel better. It's a self-reflection of self-neglect. And as a result, you've attracted in a lot of people who have neglected the truth of themselves, therefore pulling you into a space of feeling obligated to stay in connections or relationships. You didn't feel intimacy, it was obligation, service-based connections. It was transactional love in the past. And I think you woke up to this pattern, and it was through something that you pursued that was really, really meaningful to you, that taught you about your own inner stresses and conflicts. And it taught you to see a little bit more clearly when it came to the types of connections you were attracting that has not been good for you. It's like a repetitive energy through different people, you know. And it was blocking you off from having the sort of love that you were really wanting. So that's what I see as a big contributing factor to your relationship with love in itself. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look into how it is that you guys can embody more intentionally the energy that is going to attract in your soulmate at this time. So what you guys can be doing is learning from your higher self, learning from your potential and your capabilities, learning from your desires, and also learning from self-deceit. There's a lot of times in the past where you probably overcommitted yourself to people, places, environments, and situations that you knew weren't really going anywhere, weren't really growing you. You would probably see yourself as someone who had to parent the people that you were with in the past. But I see here instead you're starting to teach yourself through your own better judgment. You're starting to counsel yourself through your own wisdom gained from experience in the past. And this is leading you into a more open perspective, a more open mind that is allowing you to discover experiences of love that are outside what you are used to. So this is saying that you're releasing attachments to your type, and instead you're starting to question yourself. What is more authentically in alignment with what you perceive to be as healthy love for you, or what you perceive to be as healthy love for the higher potential that you see within yourself, that you are developing yourself into. Does that make sense? I think you're opening up to a lot more possibilities as a result of you getting to know the new you. This is just reconfirming what I've already been kind of cycling through. This is the renewed energy, the rediscovered sense of self that has always been, but you've not always been consciously aware of. Does that make sense? So yeah, you guys have put an end to an experience of repetitive versions of love that you will never experience again, and this is because you're opening yourself up to things that you are not used to. You know better now, and I think you judge your stance in love based on this, what you know you don't want, based on the experiences that you've already been through. And you've developed new boundaries, new settings, new environments, and you're more so focused on yourself, growing yourself, and improving the quality of how you experience things. Yeah, I wonder what will happen next. So yeah, you guys are just open and waiting now. I see that you guys are ready for new love. This is saying that you guys have been doing a lot of work already, but you feel like you're at a pause to action towards attracting your love in. This is because you're still just finalizing certain memories that still have a little bit of a bigger impact on you than what you might consciously be aware of. So this means examine your memories and ask yourself why you have certain emotional triggers to these memories. This is the attachment. The trigger is the attachment. Learning to discipline yourself around the trigger and growing an awareness of the trigger is what sets you free from it. Does that make sense? Seeing the lesson that it has taught you is what helps you to release the attachment and heal or dissolve the attachment. So this is saying, don't look at your past experiences as a regret. Ask yourself how it has grown you, how it has taught you, how it is happening and happened for you, so that you could move towards better things. Because this is saying the past is not the problem, it's the perspective of the past that is preventing you from moving forward into something better when it comes to experiencing love. So you inspire trust and confidence. This is saying getting to know what is true to your core, your character, your soul, your essence, your inner nature, the wellness of the totality of you. Getting to know this is what is going to help you to get to know what is good and positive for you long term. Okay, so let's go ahead and look into some signs that you guys will notice when you guys meet the one. So let's see here. What is it that pile number one can expect to see when they have met their soulmate? So we have intimacy of personal power. This person is going to encourage you to step into the truth of yourself. They're going to help you to see you the way that they see you. They see the true beauty about you, and they see the harmony that comes with you. They see your emotional intelligence, and they see how much you've grown yourself. They see you as someone who is courageous, powerful, and someone who is very much embodiment of self-understanding, self-discipline, self-actualization, realization, someone who is in control of themselves. They will see you as someone who brings a lot of value to their life, and they see you as someone who teaches them how to be more attuned and in line with their internal world, their feminine energy. They will see you as someone who helps them to navigate their internal world, whereas you will probably see them as someone who will teach you how to navigate your external world. And as a united force, you guys will discover a whole new power within yourselves, because you will see yourselves in each other, bringing a union as one, which means you discover a whole new power altogether, because it's a new alchemized energy. Does that make sense? So you will discover yourself in new ways when you meet this person. This person will probably highlight things that they see as strengths within you that you've never seen as strengths within yourself, and they're going to give you a lot of examples as why you should appreciate these qualities or skill sets and talents within yourself, and it will re-empower you almost. It will be in an emotional foundation you'll feel it as an emotional connection before you feel it as a desire of passion. The chemistry could be there, but that's not what you guys are going to notice. First of all, it will be the emotional bond you guys instantly kind of pick up on together. Does that make sense? I would also say that this person will not see your confidence as a bad thing. They will probably try and enhance your confidence. I think this person, once again, with the Naked card being here and the Rainbow Dragon, this talks about ego and this talks about authenticity. So this is pretty much saying that this person is going to come into your life and help you to balance your inner conflicts that you might have, that you feel like has never been able to be healed. This is because they're going to open up your perspective into seeing yourself from a fourth dimensional perspective, because it's an outside perspective of your internal world. So they see the value that lays beneath the surface, which is why, again, the chemistry of how you, and the passion of how you look isn't really going to be the grabbing factor here. It's going to be what's operating beneath the surface that they feel and that they will encourage in you. They will probably see you as someone who is progressive in thought, because if you see this, they're both looking in the same direction. So they see you as someone who is already brought a lot of peace to yourself, really, and you're quite balanced within your masculine and feminine energy, and that's how you're going to feel when this person comes along. Their feminine and masculine energy is going to be opposite but the same, because what you internalize as your femininity and what you perceive to be as your masculinity, so your creative abilities outside of you, is going to be a little opposite in this person. And then you guys are going to help to almost union the understandings by trading perspectives and growth processes and modalities. So you're going to find that you guys are going to be really, really encouraging of each other. If you are someone who has a platform, or you do a lot of work on social media, networking and things like this person will probably be someone who is in your team, like in your corner, in your court, cheering you guys on. This person will make their support very well known to you, and it's not a support that goes away. Like, they don't have to be there, but you still feel their support. And you will probably have a telepathic connection with this person. Is because your heart's rhythm is aligned in vibration. So you guys connect through the heart rather than the mind, but you intellectualize what the heart is discussing with you. So you'll probably find that you will think about this person a lot, and you'll cycle through decisions while keeping in mind what this person might think about what it is that you're doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? You could also start to see dragons manifesting a lot, either through repeating images, discussions, when this person comes into your life. It could also be symbolic, saying that you might meet this person during the dragon year, which is a year that we're in right now. For some of you, you guys are going to meet this person near water, because what I just saw was like a beach, bikinis, swimwear. So yeah, this person, you might meet them somewhere swimming. You guys, I don't know, could have a memory with this person around swimming, because for some of you, the person or the soulmate that's in your life already, you guys have a connection with for quite some time, and you guys have already gone through a lot of experiences together. You'll know if that message is for you, because yeah, you would have already have been together. And this is just a reconfirmation that you guys are already with your soulmate. But for those of you who are single, I see you guys could even meet each other out at sea. Perhaps you are like traveling, you might meet them on the cruise ship, or even across seas. in a much more tropical environment compared to where it is that you're usually from. So if you are someone who knows that you travel a lot, this is when you're going to meet your soulmate. Especially if you're traveling this year, it's going to be at a different climate to yours, at least based on seasonal alignments. So another thing that you might notice is that when you meet your soulmate, this person could travel a lot in their career. I know that sounds random, but that's the example that I got. They could enjoy the farm life, the country life, but also be very much grounded in city life, the system life. You know what I'm saying? This person is quite balanced between independent living and then also taking advantage of the system in some ways. When I say system, some people might recognize the system to be the matrix, is what I just heard. So yeah, this person, they could be very well focused as well. They could already own their own house, have built up their own like environments. This person could have their own business, be a part of a big corporation. But I feel like this person is well known. This person could be quite popular, but what I just heard was popular loner. This person likes and enjoys their own company more, but they are well respected by other people outside of them. They have a lot of people who try to remind them how to look after themselves and all this sort of thing. But this person is pretty well established within themselves and within their environments and creations. On the other hand, a sign that you might get is this person might live at a little bit of a distance away from you, but they encourage you all the time to take care of yourself. They always pop in at different times of the work hour, asking if you've eaten, asking if you've slept, asking if you've been drinking water, if you've been really looking after yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, another thing you might see when this soulmate comes in is that they've got a lot of goals and ambitions, a lot of focuses. They're very busy, and I would probably say that they keep themselves focused on work. It keeps them distracted and helps them to stay away from feeling like their life is taking over. Like, for example, this person could have a big family, big responsibilities, have a lot of jobs, or they are aiming really high in their career field at the time of you meeting this person. If not, this could be someone who's working really hard to run away from their past. This could be a big sign of you meeting this person. Details? Thank you. So this person's style, if they are a feminine, this person's style could be quite classic. They like to wear their hair up a lot because they have really, really long hair. This could be that they like to wear their hair in braids or like ponytails, high buns a lot of the time. They don't often wear their hair out because it gets tangled. For the feminines as well, masculine viewers, for the feminines that you guys are attracting in, if they could have a very defined facial feature, and I would also say they have a very soft glow about them, but they have defined cheekbones, jawline, and I would probably say high-raised eyebrows. They would have a small forehead as well, I would say. Not that that's going to stand out very much, but you will notice it. They have almond-shaped eyes, almond to Asian-shaped eyes, but they like to draw their eye out even more, so it's kind of like siren allure to their stare. They like to wear dresses a lot, and they will be probably very fair to an olive type complexion. They like to wear loose fitting clothing as well. They like to feel comfortable. I feel like this woman is also going to be someone who likes to cater to people. They are a true nurturer, a true a true caretaker. They see to the needs of the home, and they create a homely environment. Now for the feminines who are attracting in a masculine, what I see here is they have a prominent neck, is what I just saw. Brown, deep eyes. It's not like a normal brown. It's not like my sort of brown. It's like a light brown color to a hazel color. For some, it's like greeny blue. Is that hazel? Greeny blue and brown, hazel. Or like an auburney colored eye. They have shorter eyelashes as well. You're going to be quite attracted to their eyes. Also their hair, it could be a little bit longer, but they like slick it back. It will probably be darker hair as well, but they've got full head. They've got a full head of hair. They might have a little bit of a receding hairline, but you won't notice it too much. They're quite broad in the shoulders as well. They wear a lot of suits. The way they like to style themselves is either very professional or extremely casual. Yeah, they like to wear things like, when they're at work, they wear work shoes, like pointed toe shoes that go with suits. But casual wear, they'll probably wear like sneakers to flats, like them flip-flop things. But yeah, they like to wear lighter tones to earthly tones. This person might also have a tattoo on one arm. It's like a little bit of a tattoo. They might also talk to you about wanting to increase tattoos as well, if they are if you're in the age range of late 20s to about 38 and you're seeking a masculine, this person's going to talk to you about wanting more tattoos. But they're going to be taller than you. They too have a fair complexion and a prominent collarbone or chest area. You're going to be quite attracted to their bodily figure, I would say, pile number 1. They have longer legs than torso as well, so yeah, they're going to be quite taller than you. They like to take you out to dinner, by the way, pile number 1. That could probably be your first date. It's like a dinner. They dress up really, really nicely as well and take you to a middle-class place, you would say. It's a place that's formal but comfortable at the same time so that you guys can talk. They will discuss with you deep changes that they're focused on. This is to do with either their career path, their life path, or the change of a relationship that they have moved away from. They're going to tell you that they've been single for quite some time, just like you. You're going to find a lot of synchronicities. This person could also have a lot of facial hair, but they keep clean shaven. Unless they're on holiday, then they don't bother. They also snore a lot, pile number 1. Good luck with that. They are a natural leader and they like to communicate a lot as well, I want to say here. And that's something that's really going to stick out to you about the lover that you're attracting in. Now, if this person is balanced in the energy, you're going to find qualities from both the feminine and the masculine in the soulmate that you're attracting in. So I just want to see one more sign that will stand out the most when pile number 1 meets their soulmate for the masculine viewers, and for the feminine viewers, please. For the feminine viewers, that's interesting. We have moderation with number 14. This person is going to help you to counsel stability and security or sustainability in your life. This person is also going to remind you about the importance of your surroundings, your home, and safety. This person is going to want you to feel important, like you belong, and like you have a big meaning. Your impact is bigger than what you know, and they see your value, is what I see here. This person is also going to point out things that you're doing for yourself that's not good for you, your career, or your life path. So you might be like, when this person comes up to you, you might have a little bit of a second guess, but you're going to have like this intense draw towards them. This person's favorite color could be red or it could be green. The other thing that they might like, they don't partake in parties very much, pile number 1. For those of you who are attracting in a masculine, they don't like partying. They don't like associating with too many types of people. They're quite private, and this is because they believe that their privacy keeps their stability secure. For those of you who are masculine and attracting in a feminine, this person is going to remind you that you are safe to be emotionally vulnerable, that you are safe to be emotionally honest with yourself and with others around you. This feminine is also going to open your attraction to love again. Perhaps you have been emotionally distant or emotionally closed off, or you have felt like you don't want love because too many people are not in a space of being able to love you correctly. Some of you guys could even have had real damaged outlooks on what love was, but I see here that your feminine or your soulmate will show you why it was worth waiting for this love. With the root chakra being here in the door to love, they're going to remind you the importance of love. They're going to restore your hope in the values of love, and they're going to change your perspective. They're going to make you feel safe. They're going to make you feel strong, and they're going to make you feel like you are needed. They're going to make you feel kind of, I don't like this, but you guys are going to love it. Like, it's not worshipped, but like, they're going to love the way you look, the way you feel, the way you speak, the way you present yourself. Like, I don't know. This person is just going to heal the perception you hold of yourself when it comes to how it is that you show up for love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. With the woman holding a heart here, this person is going to devote themselves to you right away. They're going to show you that loyalty is very important to them, and it's going to be someone that you can trust. They're going to be much more focused on family, roots, security, stability, and they're going to more so be wanting to offer that as a sign of love as well. Like, they don't come empty-handed. Pile number 1, they won't depend on you to provide for everything, because they will already have their necessities. They will more so be wanting to come in to add value rather than take your value or build off of your value, with financial discipline being here. This person isn't going to use you for your resources or assets, okay? And that's going to be the biggest, clearest sign for you, because I don't know, for a lot of the masculine viewers, perhaps you guys had attracted in a lot of superficial exchanges in love, and that's going to be changing completely. The wellness of your exchanges of love in this way is going to be evolving, and that's going to stand out the most to you when you attract in your soulmate. So a time frame, please. A time frame once you're over defending yourself from love. With the pride and hostility coming out here, you guys are still defensive to love in some ways. It's not that you're defensive to love, it's that you are very much aware of what you don't want, that you have used that awareness as like a block. So you're going to be releasing the block that will help you to attract in more love, or at least align in a way with your soulmate that will help free up the energy and give them the energetic go to come in towards you. You know what I'm saying? This is when the universe can help align situations that will bring you guys together. So the more you focus on healing your understanding and concept of love, the more you're going to be already finding yourself on the pathway towards meeting them. What advice does Spirit have for you guys moving forward when it comes to love? Release your anxiety and speak the truth. Express yourself wisely. Be intentional with your use of words and tell people exactly what it is that you want. Don't waste your own time, and you will find your time being protected as a result, you know. Then you have spiritual career and completion. Focus on what it is that is already most meaningful to you at this time and see it through to completion. As you are doing this, you are already moving towards your soulmate. Those are the messages I have for you today, pile number 1. I hope this has come in positive service. Thank you guys for stopping by, and with all that being said, until next time, bye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We're going to be taking a look at signs that you guys will see or can recognize when you guys meet your soulmate. Now, I will go through a little bit of a different layout to what I did for pile number 1. So we're going to take a look at your current relationship with the concept of love, your current alignments, all of those great details. And then we're going to take a look at the type of love that you will recognize in your soulmate when you meet them, if you haven't already. Then we can take a look at some signs you will recognize, where you might find them, maybe a time frame, and some details. This could be a description of your soulmate, or even just things that will stand out the most when you meet them. I'll do the best that I can. So pile number 2, let's go ahead and take a look. Please, guides, guardians, and universe, energies in service of pile number 2's highest and greatest good. I welcome you into this space. You guys, I heard twin flame. This is not a soulmate. This is a higher level of commitment. This is like your counterpart, your power couple, your twin flame, if you have a great understanding about that. I don't really like using the term twin flame these days because, of course, the meaning of it, I don't know, has kind of got corrupted over the years, but you'll know what's true to you based on your own soul development. Now, I also heard that you guys are already doing a lot of self-work. You've already been on the twin flame journey. You've already been through the spiritual growth and development, or at least you're on that path already. The cards that came out was angel assistance and possessions. Now, this is interesting. Your current relationship to love is that you are head set, heart set, intention set, all encompassed by a particular sort of love that you have kept. Probably to yourself, with the birth and babies coming out here. It's not a love that you've talked about very openly, but it's one that you've visualized for yourself plenty of times. You could have already built up a whole understanding of what is to come in the future when you do unite with this counterpart or soul reflection of yourself, with the sound card and creativity coming out here, the angel assistance, possessions, and birthing babies. This is saying you have a vision, and it could already be with someone in particular that you are either with, or that you have in very clear description of your mind. Yeah. Interesting. You are already aware of a past life connection to someone. Sorry guys, I thought I had dropped a card, but apparently not. So let's go ahead and see a little bit more, please, about pile number 2. What is the current relationship with love and the concept of love? That in your love life, you're already connected to the destined partners you come to meet. Your understanding of love is that it is universal, and it is an ever-evolving discovery. It is what sets us free, and it is the makeup of our creative experience of our life, in other words. I would say that you guys have a very strong developed sense of justice when it comes to love, and I think you guys have a very clear understanding of what is good for you in love and what is not good for you in love, and the same vice versa when going through life and exchanging growth with others. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is interesting because you guys are looking for a love that is going to complement your well-developed understanding of value in love. Not the exchange of love itself, but the value of love is very, very important to you. And I think you are someone who loves so wholeheartedly and so deeply that you know your love is an asset. Your love is a gift in itself. What else do I need to know about pile number 2's relationship with the concept of love? That, yeah, you guys are very well developed, and especially when it comes to spiritual, destined love, like higher forms of love. You have a very strong developed awareness of this. So that is your relationship. Let's go ahead and take a look And the type of love you guys are going to be attracting in. Someone who is very intuitive and someone who is very masterful over their own intuition, their own primal instincts, their own spirituality, their own purpose here. And also someone who is aware, just as aware of you as what you are of them. You know you have a soul deep connection to someone, and they know they have a deep soul connection to you too. They have already been telepathically communicating with you. There's a lot of dream telepathy here. There's a lot of emotional exchanges and energy exchange. You feel when they're not well, and they feel when you're not well. And you guys do a lot of energy work within yourselves to also help shift the energy around your counterpart or your divine partnership. You guys are old souls, and this person knows that they are an old soul, and they will recognize the karmic link or the past life link or the soul reflection of themselves in you, and same vice versa. The type of person you're connecting to has the same developed faith as you. They could even be a little more advanced in what you still find as a mystery, and what they find as a mystery, you will find yourself very well developed in, and you will provide a lot of clarity for one another and advancements. You will find that when you guys come into union, something that will catch your attention is how quickly things become progressive between you two in ways where you've always met restrictions and blocks. The things that become progressive when you guys union had been blocked prior to them, because it took both of your guys' energies to union as one to open up these realms of possibilities. And achievement. You guys are here with big soul purposes, and you know this already, and I feel like you guys are very much focused on your soul purpose, knowing that the more you focus on that, the more you are going to become closer to reuniting with your twin flame. What type of love is pile number 2 attracting in? Someone who has done a lot of work around ego. They've probably suffered from a lot of projected ego outside of them as well, and you will find that they will share stories with you about how much they have changed, what sorts of backgrounds they've come from, what sorts of patterns, belief systems, and ancestral curses or inherited things they've already outgrown. You're going to find that this person has done a lot of self-discipline and probably broken outside of a lot of patterns, even for some addictions, for some false personas, like I see for some even gang initiations that they have left behind. They've learned what true empowerment means and what it means to stand as an independent being, and they've brought a lot of union between humanitarian versus their like shadows. Like, I think you will find that this person in the past probably went through a lot of suffering because of how much of themselves that they gave away to people who didn't deserve it. So they have a very well developed sense of morality. They really do, and it's very, very important to them. A lot of the time they might come off unapproachable to people outside of them. For some, even arrogant, but it's not arrogance, and it's not that they're unapproachable, because once people actually get close to them, they'll find that this person is very magical, very deep, very mystical, very wise, very well-rounded, very well-disciplined. You'll find that this person could have a resting bee face if you're a masculine, and you're looking to attract in your feminine. They could have a resting bee face, or be they carry themselves so well that it seems that they're unapproachable. They do this on purpose because they don't like being sexualized. For the feminine viewers who are attracting in a masculine, your masculine has no interest in outside people, no attraction to outside people, because they have an inner knowing of love that is completely different to what most people out there even have the ability to conceive within their mind. Like this person right now, they are very closed off to love. They're not interested in partnerships. They're more so focused on developing themselves, disciplining themselves, and bettering themselves as humans. Yeah. This person could also have a well-developed sense of protection, either in the metaphysical world, the physical world, such as like mixed martial arts. They have like a protection awareness. I don't know what that means, but they could work as someone who steps into very chaotic situations and brings a lot of light to darkened places. Yeah, a lot of people look up to your person. Pile number 2. A lot of people look up to your person. Your person brings a lot of light to the darkness, and they dare to tread into places and focuses that most people would class as a taboo, or most people would be fearful of. And they are quite humble for what they actually do. Behind the scenes, they are very humble people, and they probably aren't at a place in their life where they should probably deserve to be. They feel like they're held back in some way, shape or form, and they think it's an issue to do with them when it's not. It's to do with timing, with renewal and rebirth being here. It's to do with the timing. Until they unite with you, they're kind of in a perpetual state of exploring their own capabilities from what they know about themselves, because when you guys come together, they will learn a whole new version of themselves, which will probably upgrade or advance and evolve their prestige. Really, this person is prestigious, quite literally, in their life. Okay, let's take a look. What are some details that will stand out to you when you meet your person? We have the ringmaster of scrutiny, and we have the Nephilim. This person will be spoken about a lot, or you would have heard about this person a lot through other people outside of you. This will probably be someone that you are introduced to through the connection of a third party. I would say that this person is very clear with their visions, their intentions, their details, the details that they see as well. They're an alchemist, and they have a lot of knowledge. They could be someone who has like their personal library or a huge collection of books. This person could be well-rounded or well-educated around history, mythology, philosophy, mathematics, astrology. Did I say that already? Learning. They are a truth seeker. They collect a lot of knowledge and information, practices and awarenesses. They're very well cultured and very well rounded, and they've done a lot of work to develop their own perspective through repetitive truths that they have discovered through their own practices and introductions to outside forces. So you will see this person is very expansive within the mind, within their ability to communicate, and with also their ability to connect to many different types of people. This person is less judgmental and much more welcoming to what is deemed to be as normal. Does that make sense? So this person is probably also a tarot reader, a guidance counselor. This is someone that gets a lot of attention for their counsel, their mediation, their advice, their experience, or their wisdom. They could even have a career that's based around using their voice. I would say that this person probably could have the complexion of anywhere ranging from light skin to darker complexion. This person has quite a youthful look to them. If you're a masculine looking for a feminine, this woman, they have small ears, by the way, random, but they have small ears, and it might be a little bit elfish looking almost, like they have a little bit of a point at the top of their ear, and it gives very fairy elemental vibes. But this person is very ethereal. They could like to get their hair braided a lot. Like if they have coarse curly hair or naturally wavy hair, they like to get their hair braided in protective styles quite a lot of the time. This woman could actually do a lot of different types of looks of makeup. They could even have tribal designs on their face a lot of the time, especially when practicing in things like divination or their spiritual sacred practices. They could even come from a culture that has a lot of associations to symbology on the body. Native tribal backgrounds, you know what I'm saying? For others of you, for those of you who are women looking for a man, it could be a man who has like tattoos either on their neck, on their face in some way. They are labor working people. Like, you can tell that they do a lot of body work. They have really big hands, much bigger than yours. They might even have a little bit of a rougher look to their hands. They have dry skin as well. I don't know why, but that will stand out here. This person has facial hair, but they keep it well shaped or well groomed. And they might have a very stern look on them all the time, which might create a little bit of a V-shaped line in their forehead, which will stand out to you. Now, if you are looking for a man, it doesn't really matter what you're looking for, really. The love that you're looking for is either going to have very thin but long hair, or they're going to have very coarse and curly, thick hair. It's not going to be in between. In between of that. This person could have a very high forehead, and again, really small ears. But the woman, if you're looking for a woman, she has very youthful features with a button nose. I see a button nose. She likes to wear earrings a lot of the time. She likes to wear jewelry. She has protective associations to jewelry, or rituals to jewelry and appearance of what she puts on her face or what she puts on her body. She might like to cosplay as well. Just for some of you, she's going to have a very deep connection to air elements, so she might like birds. Owls could be something that will repeat when you meet your soulmate. Elementals like fairies will also pop up a lot of the time. Astral bubbles as well could be a topic of conversation when you come across this person. Astral travel, astral bubbles, transformation, metamorphosis, hard work that has been done, accomplishments that have already been made independently will be exchanged in conversation. Details, ambitions, goals, responsibilities, services, healing modalities, self-expression. And once again, ambitions of atonement, like achievements, are going to be the biggest things that will stand out to you the most when you meet this person. There will be a lot of discussion going back and forth between you and this person. And funny enough, there's a little fairy down here. So yeah, the person that you're attracting in has a very strong connection to the earthly element as well as the elementals. They come from a very long bloodline, by the way, a very big bloodline. They could even have connections to ethereal beings, somewhat what some might call ETs. They have like background knowledge of. And you will find that this person has already created a path that is unique to them, that is outside the norm, that will really, weirdly enough, be similar to your path, that is very, very outside of the norm as well. And those will be very clear details you will get. If you are in older ages, say from 50 onward, the person that you will attract in will have very youthful facial features, but their hair might be a different color. So like it could be dyed white, gray, silver, blonde, or they could be losing pigment in their hair, but their hair is still very long. For some of you in the older ages, you're going to find that this person has very thick facial hair, but it's going to be also very less pigmented. So it could be grey and black when you meet this person. They have a moustache and a fully grown in beard. They like to wear cloaks a lot. They give very warlock vibes, but they're not a warlock. They're just a mystic, and they feel comfortable with their aesthetic. This person could also be somewhat of a hermit. They are introverted, but they're also social butterflies, but they're the popular loner sort of thing. They're a paradox, but somehow, funny enough, you guys will bond very well over the fact that you guys are both paradoxes in your own unique ways, and yeah, you will find the similarities in this way. Then you're going to see the intensification of telepathy, and that will be another further clarification. Details, please. So if you are someone who already recognizes yourself to be in a soulmate connection, yeah, this is just further clarifying. This person could be a dad, by the way. If you're a female watcher, this person could already have a child for some of you, or this person has a very strong understanding of their ancestral background, their DNA, all of that. For the men, the woman that you guys are attracting is very fertile right now. So if you're already in a relationship, just know that your partner is very fertile. She could get pregnant if you are not careful. Or if you are wanting a baby, congratulations. I would say over this year, you guys will be able to experience that. And if not in a relationship and you're waiting to attract in your twin flame, you will find that in discussion, children will come up, legacy will come up, empire, personal empire will come up. And goals will be made very clear. Like, I want a baby. I want this amount. Would you be open to a child? Like, they're going to get very deep into the point when they first meet you, because they don't want to waste your time and they don't want to waste their own time. And you will find you will actually have like an attraction to the directness and straightforwardness and the non-messing around, you know. And it'll give you a new perspective of how you see yourself and how you see love. Like, perhaps your concept of twin flame has altered and differed a lot over time, but it's showing me that there's going to be another shift in perspective when it comes to twin flame or soul counterpart. There's going to be another huge, very huge perspective shift that will come as a result of you unioning with your twin flame or your soul. What is the word? Soulmate, I guess. Power couple. Your most complementary reflection. Okay, so what do they need to know about aligning with their twin flame? What you need to know is the River Queen and the Eyes of Beauty, positive expectations. This is saying let go of how this has come to be or is going to come to be, and let go of your attachment to expectation of love with your twin flame, and you will find your positive expectations as a result, not attachments. But scrub all of that. How can I put this? Letting go of what you feel defines your twin flame is going to allow you to open up the doorway for your twin flame to come through. So holding the expectation that your twin flame is someone who fulfills you and that you fulfill, that is most healthiest for you and that you are most healthiest for. That loves you in the best way possible and that you can love in the best way possible. Holding those sorts of awarenesses is what's going to help to attract in your twin flame, because there's no conditioned expectation. It's more so a healthy, open possibility. Does that make sense? Allowing yourself now to accept that you don't have to know everything about your twin flame for you to notice your twin flame when your twin flame comes in is what's going to help to attract them in, funny enough. Because the way you're going to recognize your twin flame is through the reaction and response of your emotions, and the way it is that your subconscious mind recognizes their subconscious mind. So their all-knowing truth, full mind inside of them, is going to resonate with your all-knowing, authentic mind within yourself. And that's what's going to be exchanging information. So you will feel the gravitational pull towards one another without really having to try to do anything. You don't have to be fearful that you're going to miss your twin flame. You will find them probably so 7 could be a significant number in some way, shape or form. It could be the 7th day, the 7th month. Or you could recognize your emotional connection to someone, the 7th interaction. Like undoubtedly recognize it. Like you'll have an awareness of your attraction to one another, but you will recognize something significant on the 7th interaction with one another. For others of you, the 9th day, 9th month, 9th year. So that could be next year. Because right now we're in the vibration of the 8th year. So next year, you will probably find an undeniable union with someone that you will recognize to be as a counterpart. Or a twin flame. Or a high-level soulmate. Those are the messages I have for you today, guys. I hope this has come a positive service. I don't know if this has helped anyone in particular, but for those of you who have found positivity from this, thank you for spending time here. With all that being said, until next time, pile number 2. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Now, as I was just aligning to your energies, I was picking up on your first placement of the reading, which highlights your current understanding of the concept of love. So it shows me your current relationship with love itself, and that helps me to understand and navigate the rest of the spread. But what this was bringing out to me, and what's being revealed to me right now, is that you guys are still letting go of a lot of impactful experiences of love that you were witness to. So for example, you guys could have come from a single parent home. You guys could have seen a lot of your family leave marriages or relationships, or you've had a lot of friends who have had really bad experiences in marriages or relationships, or you have unfortunately seen a lot of the negativity around love being highlighted, and you guys have been going through a soul cleanse of letting go of all of these past understandings of failed attempts of building and raising love. Because that's what a lot of people forget to understand, is that love is something that is nurtured and tended to on a daily basis. It is an active choice that must be made because it is a commitment. And commitment to love means active consistency. And a lot of what takes place in those who operate from the 3rd dimension, so the material and physical reality, they don't have the internalized commitment to love to then stay committed to creating that in the external. And that's what you've seen a lot of. The indifference that you are creating, that you will recognize, is that people don't have the morals, don't have the values, don't have the discipline to commit to the sort of love that you feel like you are looking for. And I'm here to tell you that the love that you deserve is still existent and is still out there. And you know this instinctively, otherwise you wouldn't be here bothering wasting your time watching this video. You know that the love that you want is possible to have and is out there, but I feel like there are still some subconscious probable fears of experiencing love, which is what you guys have been working through. And what you guys will probably recognize upon reflection is that a lot of your past time relationships have been helping you to address the fears that you have. That you could have perceived a lot of your outside relationships failing, when no, they're not failing, they've completed their cycle. They came, they highlighted the fear, they brought out the fear in you, making you undeniably have to accept the fear, to then work through the fear, to then heal the fear, and then they leave. the way that that manifests itself will be unique to everyone, and that could be on a spectrum of really, really good endings to really, really toxic bad endings. But more so, the very, very toxic endings just teach us more about our own betterment, our own higher potential, what we are good for and what we are not good for, and what triggers the worst in us and what encourages the best in us. And this has been your probable relationship with love, I would probably say, leading up until this point. Or at least this could have been your current alignments or relationship with the concept of love that you guys could have been recognizing, and or even subconsciously moving through, yes. So let's go ahead and take a little bit of a deeper look. What is the current relationship that pile number 1 shares with the concept of love in itself? We have creativity and vastness, that their love is expressed in endless amounts of ways and can be found in absolutely everything and anything. And it's the same with the energy of, I don't know, masked love. It's very easy to mask any sort of emotion with the approach of love. This is something that you guys have been learning to see through and sage yourself through. And when I say sage, I mean cleanse yourself and purify yourself of. So you've been learning more about the dimensions of how love can be experienced, expressed, and exchanged. And it's tapping you into a deeper understanding of what it is that you can have and what is possible of being experienced. It's helping you to discern what is good for you and what is not, and also helping you to get clear with what it is that you want and the directions it is that you want to go when it comes to the experience of love. So right now, I'd say that you guys could be feeling much more comfortable in your own company right now. I would say that you guys are socializing, being open to building connections and, you know, small exchanges and small talk, but I don't feel that anyone really has your attention right now, not in a way that you are ready to fully go head over heels into a full-blown commitment of a relationship. You know what I'm saying, pile number 3? So let's see what else here. For those who don't resonate with that, who else will this reading be for? We have the High Lord of Gratitude and Service, selflessness, humility, and conscious action. So another relationship that you guys would share with the concept of love itself is that you guys are wanting to become enlightened to love, humility, selflessness, the collective love, the highest and greatest good within the manifestation of love. You are someone who's really kind and really considerate. You guys are there for other people, but I don't know. I think you are just moving with compassion and generosity or support, and that is the way that you feel comfortable with experiencing love right now. Yeah, with the foresight, planning, and strategy. Yeah, you're learning about what you're comfortable with and what you're not. I think you guys are almost ready to get back out into the dating scene, but right now you're strategizing and learning the importance of what love is to you, what it means, what it would look like, how it would feel, how you would look, you would feel like giving that sort of love that is healthy and best for someone else. I think you're also learning about what sort of person is good for you. Now, something that will stand out for you, pile number 3, when you come across your soulmate, is that this person could be practicing in Hinduism, Buddhism, Feng Shui, or at least like an old enlightenment practice. They are very spiritual, they're quite selfless, and they're very friendly. They are known by quite a lot of different people, and they're experienced as a very warm energy. Like, you'll walk into the presence of this person and just feel calm, feel serenity, feel tranquil almost, or feel safe to be vulnerable, or in other words, safe to be completely 110% truthful or honest. Your soulmate is going to be someone who lives quite intentionally and action driven. I want to say that they would probably be, they will have big eyes. That's going to stand out to you, pile number 3, that your soulmate that you guys are attracting in is going to have big eyes. Or at least when they're paying attention to people, they are very expressive through their eyes. They show and reveal their hidden truths through their eyes. So when you first meet them, you'll find that in a lot of their exchanges with other people, they don't make eye contact for very long. That is because they are aware that their eyes give them away. So they're going to find you very attractive and probably look down and smile to themselves a lot. They might make themselves a little bit small around you, pile number 3, quite literally. But to the world around them, they're a big deal. And they're going to see you as this, but for them. Does that make sense? Like, they're going to see you as a big deal for them, and they're going to instinctively feel it. And they'll make themselves smaller around you because they instinctively feel that you are really, really important to them. Okay, if you're a woman looking for a man, this person could be bald or not have a lot of hair, thick hair. It could be very thin. If they do have hair, it's very short, like very, very short, like almost buzz cut. And it will be dark if there is hair. But I would say for the majority of you, the man that you guys come across isn't going to have a lot of hair, or it's going to be very short, dark hair. If you're looking for a woman, she's going to have probably very long, light colored hair, or it could be dyed. She could have a lot of highlights. It could be natural as well, naturally highlighted. But I feel like this person will have something like a balayage, or like have two-toned hair, or like a very out there, unique style that comes from a different era, fashioned, styled time, and it's going to stand out to you a lot. Like, I think you're going to find that their hair is going to be something that you're quite attracted to if you are looking for a woman. Now, this person has a very friendly feature about them. They glow. Their skin glows. They look very healthy, and in fact, they are very healthy. They have a very healthy build about them. But they prioritize service, helping, meeting people's needs. You're going to find that they helped a lot of people with resources, stability, and the feelings of security. But it's to do with like the material realm, bringing peace to misunderstandings of emotions or needs as well. This person is very good at beautifying things. So they see the best in people. They see the best in bad circumstances. They're progressive, but in ways of how can I make something good even better? So they capitalize on the goodness that already is, and they try to treat the badness that could possibly grow. But they don't like to become too dulled down or bogged down by being too serious in life. This person is always looking to grow, always looking to gather information, and always looking to understand. So this person is quite soft in their tones and in their ways of talking. They're gentle, especially when approaching other people or younger people especially. Like, they're very good with young people, just so you know. Like children or people who don't know what to do or feel lost. Because this person provides like a sanctuary sort of feeling, like you are safe. You are able to be however you need to be until you feel better, sort of thing. This person's eyebrows is going to stand out to you a lot. And the distance, I don't know why, but the distance between their nose and their mouth is going to stand out to you. Perhaps if you are looking for a woman, they have a very thick top lip. For others of you, for women looking for men, it's just the distance. You won't notice the distance between their nose and their mouth if they don't shave, but when they shave, you're going to notice the difference. It's going to look completely different. I don't know why, but that stands out. So this person's style, this person is very traditional. They like to wear earthly tones. They could wear flannel, like checkered tops. They could wear togas or like granny jumpers a lot of the time. You know what I'm talking about? Like the big thick jumpers with the big hoods. They like to feel comfortable. They like to feel warm. They don't like wearing flashy things. This person could even like to wear darker colors like browns to dark reds to earthly tones. But you won't catch this person wearing bright colors very often. If they're wearing bright colors, it's usually for an occasion. And it's usually like the color white, beige, neutral colors. This person doesn't like to stand out. They naturally just do. They're very wise and they give really good counsel and advice. And those are things that are going to stick out to you a lot. This person is very much into the metaphysical realm. So they have paranormal understandings or they have occult understandings. But they're not completely into it as deeply as what you might be. Pile number 3. This is what this is saying here with these cards, I believe. This person is probably going to compliment you a lot on your nature or your way with animals or children yourself. They could also really respect your work ethic, and it's going to be something that they point out a lot that you will notice. They respect your work ethic or your work presence, or even your career in itself, like the way you dedicate yourself to what it is that you do. Okay, so how is it that you can attract in your soulmate, pile number 3? The way you guys can work on attracting your soulmate is not do anything at all. Don't go looking for them because they're going to find you, and it's going to happen unexpectedly with the surprise card coming out here. This person is going to come in and shake up the whole world, and that's how you're going to know that this is your soulmate. Your life will look completely different as soon as they enter into your world, because they'll either open up your mind, which will shift your paradigm instantly and make everything that seemed impossible totally possible. They could also be from a different cultural background to you, and they make you feel like you don't need boundaries with them, because their respect is very dominant in their personality, that you don't feel like you have to be so defensive. You will feel safe. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that is something that's unnatural for you because you don't trust people naturally, but some reason, somehow, this person is just going to come in, say something to you, and it's going to shift everything, including your emotions, including your need to defend, your defense mechanisms, and you'll probably even find yourself wanting to take off certain things that you wear in place so that other people can't take advantage of you. Like, you're going to start to feel like you want to reveal deeper truths about yourself and open up to them. Yeah, funny. With the winged wise one coming out here, this is usually about angelic help and miraculous aid. This is saying that your spirit teams are going to align you, or the universe is going to come into balance, which will align you. You could start to see doves manifesting a lot when you meet this soulmate. Or you could find yourself feeling a lot lighter and wanting to wear white more. This person could even compliment you on when you wear lighter colors like beige, white. Even, I'm seeing pink or purples. Even lighter greens, dull greens. You're going to be attracted to their figure and their elegance or grace. You could also start to see feathers showing up in random places, or they could have a feather tattoo on them. They could also like statues or art. They like to marvel at art. Their favorite color could be blue or purple. They will also talk to you about having a connection to angelic beings. And you guys will probably even bond over that. They will also reveal to you cultural traditions that they know about and that they come from. And they will show a lot of interest in you and your cultural background as well. They'll want to learn from you. Yeah, this person will actually want to get to know you. Like, they're going to ask you questions that you're not used to being asked about yourself. And this is because this person is showing the depth of value that they have to actually wanting to get to know you. So what else is going to stand out when they meet their soulmate? Something that's going to stand out about this person when you meet them is that the romance is going to be instantaneous. Your attraction for one another is going to be instantaneous. You guys are going to feel safe with one another, and you're going to feel natural concerns for one another's wellness, quite literally, and involvement with other people. You're going to feel yourself naturally being drawn together, and it's just going to happen. Like, there's nothing that you have to do in particular. This is all about you just setting your visions and clear directions of self. And as you clearly direct yourself, you're going to discover true prosperity, or discover a new form of what wealth means to you. And then all of a sudden this person is just going to like enter in your life like a wish granted. Once you recognize the true value and prosperity of who it is that you are, you will find this person will like walk through the door into your life, and they're going to be like, hey, I know you. Do I know you? Like, there's the kind of meeting that I feel here. They're going to be like, I feel like I know you from somewhere. Have we met before? Have we exchanged before? Or have we like come from a past life together? That will probably be like the kind of exchange you guys will have. You guys could even bond over crystals. You guys might actually meet someone at like a crystal fair, or like somewhere spiritual, somewhere taboo. You might also meet this person online through like a dating app, because I'm seeing this card. If you see the Octurian being is inside of a bubble, I'm seeing it as like a screen. So yeah, you guys might meet online. You guys might talk more online before you meet. But there seems to be a well-developed connection in some way, shape or form that you guys will recognize when you come across one another. And if it's not that you recognize it within yourselves, is that it's developed before you actually meet one another. This person is very, 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 very smart, and that is going to be the thing that stands out to you the most. They're going to stimulate you mentally, emotionally and physically, is quite literally what this is. You're going to feel like a bodily response. Whatever that is, I don't know. That could be anything. But yeah, you guys are just gonna know. You're gonna know. Anyways, some of you guys might even meet at like a library. For some of you guys, in a quieter environment. You guys are gonna for those of you who are like studying, this is someone that you go to school with. You guys could catch each other's attention a lot of the time in passing. You just guys haven't been introduced yet, which will come to happen very soon. Much sooner than you think. For those of you who are not studying, you guys could meet each other through the crisscross of careers. So for example, like a contractor, or someone that you're introduced to that is during work hours but not through work itself. Like you guys work different occupations. For others of you, you guys are out with friends and someone builds up the confidence to come over to you and ask you for your number. It's going to be something like this, and it's going to be really randomly setted. Like this is going to be someone who compliments you on your look and is like, hey, do you feel like going out for a drink? Or like you guys could already be out with friends and they're like, can I buy you a drink? And then you guys get to know each other a bit more. It's really random, it's really unexpected, and it's going to catch you off guard. But you're going to have intuitive signs before you meet this person. Another thing that you can notice once you've met your soulmate is a lot of eyes start to manifest around you. Like you start to see the evil eye symbol. You start to see... You're just attracted to their eyes most of all. Like there's something different about their eyes. Something unique. They could even have a really unique eye color. I feel like this person has an attraction to Halloween as well. Like they really get into the festive seasons. They're really warm, really reflective, really kind and compassionate, very emotional beings. And you're gonna notice this about this person when you meet them. So those are the messages I have for you today, pile number 3. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope this comes a positive service. And with all that being said, until next time. Bye guys.